So was Rhaenyra Targaryen being punished? Before I reveal the comment and get into the discussion, let me just give a spoiler warning for Fire and Blood and for House of the Dragon for what we might see on the next 2 seasons of the show. Do we think Rhaenyra was being punished for some reason? She lost 4 children and thought she lost 5. Truly just so cruel. Firstly, I couldn't agree more. Rhaenyra goes through it. One of the many reasons why I enjoy this character and I support them so much is they go through hell. And I'm like, no one should face what they had to face. So that's the first thing. Now, I don't actually think Rhaenyra was being punished for anything. I think what happened, and specifically the loss of so many of her children, that's just the consequences of war. Aegon, he's punished as well to a degree. Only one of his children survives. Rhaenyra is not unique in her pain and her grief. But having said that, what she does go through, it's on the pretty bad extreme end of the spectrum. She goes through hell. Firstly, the loss of Luke, and then very quickly after, the loss of Visenya. Then we get into the war proper. She lost Rhaenys very recently. She just continues to lose people left, right and centre. Chronologically speaking, the next ones to go, to leave Rhaenyra, are Jace and Viserys. Now, Viserys is alive, but Rhaenyra doesn't know this. She thinks he's dead. Then she loses Joffrey. So by the end, Rhaenyra only has one child by her side, Aegon. There had to be a moment, where Rhaenyra thought, if I'd just given them what they wanted, maybe those people would still be alive. I do think that thought crossed her mind, but it didn't deter Rhaenyra from pursuing her claim. One of the things I noticed on House of the Dragon season 2 was how Rhaenyra took her time making her decisions. There was a sense of extra caution, extra care. She was not willing to be reckless with anyone's lives, be it family members, dragons, her supporters. Rhaenyra took her time to make the best decision she could in the moment. Because she's already lost people, now the stakes are really high. So Rhaenyra does not want to risk the lives of anyone else. I think when the war broke out, Rhaenyra felt a plethora of emotions, including but not limited to confusion, anger, fear. She never asked for any of this. It was bestowed upon her. She had this burden placed on her shoulders. And then the realities of war are hitting home. Rhaenyra understands more than anybody the cost of war. I think part of her reason for not giving in was not because she was thinking, have I done something wrong and I'm being punished? But I think it's more, these people have been taken from me and I don't want them to have died in vain. I've got to succeed for them. And the longer the war goes on, more people are dragged into it, more dragons. Rhaenyra could not foresee any of this happening. I don't think anybody, be it Rhaenyra, Aegon, Daemon, Alicent, Otto, any of them, no one thought the result of the war would be what it was. No one thought it would be this devastating, that they would lose so many people, that so many of our favourite characters would not make it out alive. No one thought it would be that bad. That's why they all kept going. Then there comes a point of reflection, do we give in? Do we call it a day now because we've lost so much? Or do we keep going in the memory of the people we've lost to do it for them? And adding into all this, Rhaenyra is carrying a secret that no one else knows. Well, Daemon knows because she's told him, but no one else knows. The thing that Viserys told her about the others, about the long night that is coming, how that is the real war. Rhaenyra has to carry that burden alone. Viserys chose her. He said, you can do this. She was meant to be uniting the realm to prepare them all one day for when the long night comes. But all of that's being put to the wayside while Rhaenyra herself is being challenged. Rhaenyra's head is just all over the place. She's juggling all of these different things. She wants to be a good wife, a good mother, a good queen. She wants to unite the realm in preparation, but she's not being allowed to do that. So what happens and what she is seeing play out as the war progresses, it has to creep into Rhaenyra's mind that is this a punishment from the gods, from the universe? It had to cross her mind. I think that is why she is just taking extra caution to the point where her own advisors are biting her head off and being like, you need to do something now. It speaks to her character to be considerate. Aegon is like, let's go off to war. It'll be great. We'll be home by Christmas. At that point, he had not lost anyone. He had not experienced that pain. But I do think now Aegon is coming at it from a totally different perspective. Now he's not so much like, yay, war. I think it's only human for both Rhaenyra and Aegon to have moments of doubt. Especially Aegon, because he admits, like, my father didn't choose me. I wonder if he thinks he's being punished for challenging his sister. Is that why all of these bad things are happening to me? I think both siblings have this same sentiment. But it's not enough for either one of them to give up on their claim.